Okay, ebusafa yasanso abapio. Aha, aye all sports GHL YouTube. Nyankopon atom yewonkom, and of course we are here. This is a sports story so antis are yemonkomo. Biggie, if you are fine here. Yay! Fantastic. Yere Nyankopon ase. Na yeni komo unim say fellow Mendy 17 injuries so far in the footballing career mu. Wa say 112 games. He's been out for 624 days. Matse se afe wiki possible so be started training. What do you can wake a crab in a stories anymore?
A bit funny because nipa nankasa no bono unya bi mo na bona unya bi mo no san su prepare to da ya na hadwen kakra nti ayese obi a ye twase na yakwa akotwa oti o se kata acheme nti mo mama duru etire na mu ye kwa akotwa onzu usu se kata achewo. That is the Lamine situation because on Real Madrid he has fallen down the pecking order.
Right.
So benya be a problem. The only idea between me and say we stay fit now be consistent. Now bia coach Zabi Alonso enya adwen sesa. But then again you ask yourself say a player and a pen or the prior na. Any player and a pen and injuries are part of the game. And this is the situation he finds himself now. It's up to him. Say obebom pa and obe stay fit. Now obenya coach and madam no nya bia bonya sa party because Bona Alvaro Carreras elbow and Frank Garcia the little opportunity he gets Bona Obono a free club World Cup ni mu banyinano. He wants to prove a point and stay at Real Madrid. And I feel that these two players under Xabi Alonso are justify Omo because Fela Mandi even getting the opportunity a problem because he hasn't been fit enough to play games for Madrid.
You know, I'm sure Alonso cannot keep three left fullbacks. So Ebia or the Bakubeye backup left-footed centre back for Nibia. Sanan say we try Carreras.
Yes.
Fellow Mendy situation. A prepare for no. Romeo Lavia so we training normal. So no training no. Omi kakra. But why you training normal?
Also, one player called Hanapa. And Bono say, "Who prepare? I am not adding. No matter the quality you possess, Kwaku, Uprana unyabi ma, ye hundi obeti me aye.
Yeah, some.
Entire name, Nasem cano adding, a be a warnum. Because even the biggest players, topmost players in the campo, say injury shots, yes, say about my far, a more performance, any be a decline. Now, how much more will be a make us own shed and established.
And now, against Liverpool, I think he played very well. Obi himself, yeah.
He's a solid player.
Or a fit and a form solid, but ja, not some Nike or a star. Lamine Yamal, from Barcelona for training grounds first. Then you come on. But we say a month for Spain for any big air complaining about Barcelona for Intina Lamine Yamal with Pranono. Omunje Barcelona for ni endi Lamine Yamal ni with pra. Because send your boy na see training no eyo mu nyina wanwa and no say akura ya we see we pray on the girlfriend no mo nenam nti enye pra na emom ahomgye e na ma shada it self boy ni pra and Lamine Yamal awie training in fact and the family person su training what I said nti o he atade ye Lamine Yamal ya bigi o wie ya na the girlfriend Nikki Nicole na ne car si wo odi kan mama the first one na o take car no mu de na and the girl ne be far no and sancho for no mo penintem no mu try but this is the current picture aba nti wutim say the training kit no
no
is no penintem one no where so no penintem one because Lamine Yamal they say hey, odomu pa na uja for atosa no. Oh, mame, self in a girl in the child. You know?
Manenye na nikaka na nipanse. akodano to kogu wadi kan catch so no na dwuma oye wo park so
big T ya wa hayi na ye be pon no na o girlfriend e wa ase wa o twen o nti ni papa mu no
normal
ye him normal
normal
ene meka say ene wo ha abon say ho pro so obekọ ho pro
se de sese me ye wa ha manye ena megya ho no makọ a ena ye problem the say be Lamine yama SKP training sessions ena oni gya oni number bia
no wa tade no na
ase okofia
oko minye so oko sesa no kra o
okoye ni fie
na girl ya den woni boy mu akoji mani sa man space kakre
there be obija no odo bi wa be call barber shop ni ade na girls ni bi won obija no boyfriend no abi
sa de nti sa de na papa sa girls no mo yes sa nti ni papa
normal
e dey odo na mo de cross our level o boy be yi ni ti na o si wo hwe o gere
o se bi wo kom na boy no so de ne cross saloon man ko yi
hey
who bi da
dibi ha
oh me ma who bi
Debbie, Bama dear menya bi da. Saloon. Debbie.
Oh, no, who be
Biggie Debbie.
We quite a yes, no, quiet, no more boss, no boss, no,
Bama, what's the what? Jesus Christ.
Kaka, girl, babe, me per drink, no,
sorry.
Baby, I'm coming to you. They are positive, no, near Quajedia, and Abadua, Gary Didi. Oh, who be that?
Bemo be sa no ha ibe yi na die fi brotherhood mu
kwa oh boys in
the saloon there ukosi uga kra wo ho a issue ube kwa no be topic be 1 week
oh the cheddar cut na se
and
I make us training ya se na wo ye keke ye
bo na kwabra ne ti ho
boss wo chepa
odo ben
o pack ka na nya se cut na aka ni mu what saloon inside
odo ben ko
obiano kwa yo foso di ne do
they say there Ghana nyat Lamine Yamal akuma asemwesi because they say there training grounds you know the kwa they say there corners bia ujafo bedi ne chi akobi adan man space kakre ya bremu
akuma mu asem there na Daniel Vinicius there no matters of the heart
ukra wo hasama sa ba say na no asem na wo kan ne say ayi unya issue bi kakra na wotwo na wusu na wo ma mi bebi sa wa wo sinti o ya
minya broken heart yes issue bi kakra
chemuye
minya broken heart ogu minya broken heart but na ye mama ni tie if you all ban there suni
but wo say na wusu na wo ma mi bisa wa wo sinti o ya
na de na adena o mi tie me ya apanyi ni say uti o ya na wusu so onim de ekoso and I mean to go chemu jeni say de ekoso Debbie
nti wa me ntia say me ba na te wo no osu den e ha no so osu na wo say tie me ya
papa panyi say uti
ntia say ni mo na wo why na ni tie ne ya osu
me ya kese ba
na ye say ehihye wo ho
severe migraine
you broken heart na ehihye wo ho and wunti minka hey serious
now we dey ko kache o ma mi say this Debbie it's boys kakra no mo ben no
mo boa tell na recover
oh I'm one person akwaku in situations like that I always talk to myself. It is one thing about me that I like so much because at a point now me hu oba bia kwa na no ye me yes until I sat down and I was like it is a relationship and I only will be quiet and it didn't turn out well nipa no living a life so why should I sit down and then be worried about spilt milk nipa no you okay and all twaso and I me te wono na me bre there I can't continue like that so I just spoke to myself and then I had to work things out myself. That is the way I am.
Fantastic.
And you'll be on it, yes,
yeah.
But personally, I'm that kind of person. When I'm in difficult situations, I speak to myself and I turn things around. And that is me.
Mbappe, back training. Yes, say Mbappe beat me abo hete for game ni bisana matsi. For Danny Caballero and Trent Alexander-Arnold, the same Madrid form penny for prepare omo for the Clasico. Omo person be rush omo no chine bi akofa asamoa ba enti omo prepare omo for that. Martin Odegaard epra no Martin say obeme say yehwe games a Martin Odegaard enso ebeme say obeme say Fulham game no obeme say Atletico Bilbao game, Crystal Palace, Brighton Hove Albion, Burnley, Slava Praha, and Sunderland. So these are games I will be say. Meanwhile, Gelson Bremer was also could preview where your bro defender bako. The beer will pra. Inti yes, doctors for no quiet the surgery. Then we'll know the extent of the injury. Inti Bremer situation, no. The aquacopium. Carlo Ancelotti say system or ball. I will Real Madrid the man Vinicius Junior a fapa de man no. Yes, they say no one or no Brazilian team. The go-to man for the Brazilian national team. Ebe Vinicius Junior. Name of Carlo Ancelotti say name on two pununumu emfama no national team. Also we be mu edia man no. Ebetimi possible say obetimi atonsa edia friend name or say if Neymar were in the right conditions, why not obetonsa enso edia friend no. While Javier Tebas say Madrid for na omo complaints say omoma yanko bola Liga or USA your Madrid for na case on form ho kra. Or say players need you to biggie. Or say players need you to two clubs need you to supporters need you to into Madrid for car me and fee Madrid for and I'm say hey Javier Tebas. Well, Paul Scholes say the top 5 midfielders we say Pedri, Rodri, Vitinha, McAllister, Frankie de Jong. Mrs. Subia, Frankie de Jong, McAllister, Vitinha, Rodri, Pedri. Ambo Bruno, Ambo Caicedo.
Okay.
At the house, Ambo Bruno. Let's at least the Bruno Betuan. McAllister.
Well, better check McAllister.
And the mummy no yarding. No yarding, no yarding.
But when it comes to issues like this, we're opinionated.
Very well.
On no ball our ball, and the ball our share, and then in Tiasia or grown him and on only future. These are the players at one or the best our midfielder, and no problem. I think Paul Scholes is one person who also knows the game. He played well and he understands the game very well. And he definitely only media orca any problem with that. Kwaku, why a story? Lamine Yamal diano. Share on a more serious note. A more beyond fablum come Barcelona. Say I'm passing Lamine Yamal na player. And a Barcelona near Kodana Casa and Omafiki and injury. Nobody should blame the player or blame Barcelona. Last time a catcher was said, born a year born. Stage now, it is a matter of interest. Obia Jenny or no neighbor and the team never conquer. Into Barcelona to one. Only any key players in an audience yakai. And are the best out of the players. The same way, and at De La Fuente, any the Spanish national team, and Susunya. Now, Konos one any players in Amomasia, and it's over Kayama catcher would say. Barcelona, our medical team are more competent doctors. It's getting a fake medical report. Say player and a pradi any problem because FIFA Mrano. Untibinja kase unyai player and a man when the player is fit. It's the only idea of it immediately. And they say, Obekase player and a pra. Teams jaw players more koye. Ibinuma kwa promo key players. I have affected team in the performance. We don't have to forget about that. Yeah. Kylian Mbappe now on Madrid for Bekache say on him stand to injury and yes serious. Let's assume without admitting this Real Madrid team says see Kylian Mbappe enim. How is the performance going to be like? Look at the number of goals Awashadi Real Madrid this season. Look at how influential he has been for Real Madrid this season. He started season no. Madrid Ibo games and Madrid didn't lose his game. Now Madrid are 7/7 no. Why not the go-to man for Real Madrid? It is Kylian Mbappe. Onon na carry him on his shoulders. Onon na the leader of the pack for the Real Madrid team. And imagine saying injury is serious and can come on it saying. look at Mastantuono. Onye that influential Real Madrid. But akwadana little opportunity now winyano. Or Chelsea ball no rimbo. A combine and Konusuni injury is serious. It is definitely going to affect Real Madrid. Barcelona Croya ye Kenya. Dani Omoen. Join the Spanish national team. Wakwa pra. Mijitum say enye national team unkwana player bit me pra. Because we've seen players omo empone na mo fie no ma team pra. It is normal bit me atubia. But once I walk proud the national team company there, you better attribute injury to the national team. It's the best of only few there. Say Yamala me Yama inquire, yeah. Then you almost this season on team in and nine so. A pressa. Tiamana performance now inconsistent. On team in any free more games than our picky form. And Barcelona cannot afford to lose Lamine Yamal too.
Ferran Torres situation, no,
yes,
possible. Say be our boy 50-50.
So, it is a Ferran Torres the end yes, sir. Oh my bra, Basapeo on Peo. Either some mobile makeshift, and I said they are going to rely on Dro Fernandez. I'm not saying Dro is a bad player, but Nimfisu saw when you yes, sir, and you do standard now. Oh, money Torres the Bemano. But due to injuries, I was a chinchilla Kamu, you know. Lamine Yamal knew Ronnie Baji Bebo games already amount. But the cutting edge, the finishing point of Ronnie Baji are questionable. Lamine Yamal has it. It's almost a player, no? And it is not their fault. For me, blame me Barcelona.
But
me blame me Lamine Yamal.
I get you. But Lamine Yamal, what about the story about PAG4 still normal Tata boy, no? Try to convince Lamine Yamal parents. Some you sure say what's it? Me source searches go for no command you mu dibi we chire pa. Eno u gina him for that situation.
Me gina him for there. A bad day say me gina baby because if we are sitting many we are still on play on ball obi a quality player.
Correct.
The Paris Saint-Germain forget about the kind of quality in their squad. They still need quality in this Ekoba. Say player been in ball. No, you are available in Quadia. Paris Saint-Germain, you know our pay. It is up to Barcelona. Say Ube keep player. Obey the Aquadane Permano. No one to convince and no keep you know. And as I'm 24, Casabiso so been torn a cocobe diaqua. It was the same Paris Saint-Germain about Neymar Junior. Barca wasn't ready to sell, but we are saying Barcelona was forced to sell eventually or call for the release clause. Into obey the most expensive player. We are saying, Lamine Yamal release clause. Saying 1 billion. It is the Paris Saint-Germain Ayana Jane. Such in China or here Quadana. Now Barcelona decided to say on Toa. You have no option than to meet the release clause.
This is where I think a big problem with Yamal PAG.
Yes.
Barca will not negotiate.
There be
even if Yamana said, "O must say boy na dream." Na boy is so bad. Barcelona will not negotiate.
There be.
What I say, Yamana said, "O must say boy na dream." I be BA. Barcelona will not negotiate. Some man negotiate here. Obey the na wato. She said, "Okutua release clause
1 billion."
And so not possible.
It's as simple as that.
Let me create a scenario because we already know say. 222 need a possible and a bebrosa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Laporta. Now, PAG for the 400 bar, Obeji.
400. And Barcelona situation, no woman, so no. Barcelona here it is one of the reasons in here. Barcelona is a chinchina kind. Or per se, Omokoko Spanish La Liga games against BRL and so United States of America. Just because say Barcelona here. They are going to play the game, they are going to honor that game because Omobeja around 5 million euros.
Yeah.
5 million. And until the Barca decided to take this risk. And the players not to coin looking at fatigue and BBM because they need that 5 million. Now imagine 400 million. A huge money. Huge money. But one thing also about football is a player no. Over to me at town no that is very true. But we also shouldn't forget say who keep Lamine Yamal. Now we have other quality players. Eka Lamine Yamal one. Professor Lamine Yamal bet me a the level he's going to take the Barcelona club. Maybe a 400 million team from Breu. If you weigh all these options, no what the pros and the cons. What who be a ujina? No what take a decision. Time Barcelona a ton Neymar Junior no. Not any problem because they had a solid team. I was home at that time. But then Lamine Yamal do a mubako. Ujai Lamine Yamal man the Paris Saint-Germain team we are talking about. It's a team already. It is functioning well systematically. More quality with team. But system is so good to the extent that look at how they played against Barcelona and in the Champions League. Without a lot of their star players and first 11 players. No? Because system is working into the player and be shame, not system ne fanwa. Or born equality, say senior player now free. No? And this is the kind of team we are talking about. Barcelona team knows also yes, I know correct. Ansi Flick build their system. ACUT players not do na. But Barca system no it works with the star players. Omoni ni one of our system name function. They said the omoni. It's a two different teams. It's in I believe say Barca and no way options no. No who the obey because for Paris Saint-Germain the only team blame no kwaku. Obia per quality. Obia per player papa into Lamine Yamal ope.
Okay.
Kwaku Martin Odegaard.
Okay.
Right. As now this season there are certain positions they be a praba ebe hard in kaka. Especially the number 9 position. Because last season na ye swatche say you be here play be obetimi aba shesa position no be boss now. And a Victor Gyökeres e buy. On the nemu obo or ye the part e the boss now the boko no. It is a kobasa such a position. On said they need a proper backup. You see, I'm in a walker saying, Okoko prebe a problem with the Arsenal. But Martin Odegaard this season, and the first time over be praying, or didn't kind of Prada, or prior no. Purchases are Mikel Arteta and Arsenal technical team in penny for a year, you know, a pay off at the Arsenal Bobo. Menkase Odegaard who here, but play a bit to say a Berechi Eze. The kind of quality he showed in the absence of Odegaard, clearly. Nani padu wana ampo future so Odegaard hotodo na obampoa omoma eberechi eze mo na Odegaard entran chen kakra because akwada na che say in that position he can play and play it well,
very well.
There are other positions for Arsenal ekobase injury ba a very problem kaka the striking department the right back position of Arsenal aside Timber omo boni nyina na nche da ma was solid performance. It's a problem kaka ekobase obi pra but the number 10 position there looking at the kind of quality in the absence of Odegaard eberechi eze ediba on board ne there kwakumi hu ne say a problem
I think say
now boboko no
beginner what about the issue say no ekwaya to say boy no ankasa no ana no ho pre ne so bebobo but the last injury any previous ones no ho said anto
yeah
no oba no we be pra na osan so ko
yeah
ade no onya abotre because say ne ho pre no say position obi before I don't get it
kogu ene players na ankasa na minim de ha omo unse na anu ya na Kopama ene ni coach e ko di nkomo abra onye 100% fit chinchi na opeso obo na obo kakra coach ni hu se niam nkoye he's not the caller onim oyi ni free me kofa kasakasa ene ade kakra so ye den e ba ye. It looks like say the players this time I don't know if it is because of the World Cup obia pese chinchi na obo because obo na obetimi aye meka so obenya opportunity no akọ World Cup aside no do you mainstay on the national team in refuse say or you consistent on the club side and obenya the right form and you akọ World Cup no and you man the national team. I am sure that the World Cup has been part of the reasons in there in kwadani chinchi na omopeso omobo games no. So when it gets to stages like this, who head coach and one manage player in this situation here about how now science what her player no player now at this moment sorry to say et is akwada ketwa etoda decisions on only be taken no o feel that is the right decision for no akwada no but sabre na the right decision in this how you ja oh yeah papa na one boy akwada na man take the right decision ebe wi ase na akwa ha akwada no sisi apsa na players ni situation ni
asemo
ono ne de opeso obo and player bia minim player on the bench and anije debi player bia peso obo so it is up to who the coach because you 100% fitter performance or the be ma no e way better than say onye 100% fit and as a player near 100% fitter who coaching na obenya the time bia onye 100% I thought that odi agwa na akoye recurring injury e ba ne na akọ na asaba na asakọ look at the Odegaard situation now opira koba ye enche you wasan so opira eti ebe wi ase no na affect coach na affect club no eti adenti na woman nya 100% fit ansa na what you see no na mbo parties ni nyina
nyame adomo akwesiada ewa Anfield eho behuru Liverpool host Manchester United dada no no ye
ozo bi sere wa chire wo
opeso o chire say inde na ebesi onim say Liverpool ko hyem ana say
ne mpai bo no say ono no ntokwa no wantimi this is ya ohia boafo
anyway mo be sha white jersey no sana metete refi so mbe gina mu nie
design wa ni mu ana
design wa ni mu
ko chire ndi anya akono kra o
yeah
ogoku na say jersey ne say na etia
say ni mu design ho
as a plain t-shirt
ni mu design ho
tira me bi say design wa ni mu
refi obeginam Michael Oliver assistant Stuart Batts and Timothy Wood, fourth referee Craig Paulson, VAR Darren England. Sir,
yes.
Ususu say Liverpool be shebi bri nti VAR mo na say.
Maybe United be important goals.
Why ya?
There was a VAR here juma year. Coincident be sisi a.
Sir.
They be see a quick passing football.
Hey!
We get free baby Joe baby. They be see about quick passing flowing football.
Sir?
Oh yes. See our boys now resting. No more back.
Fantastic.
Mario
Balotelli say, Odi 15 years no. When you call from Barcelona. Na osenka oko wa hwe ni mu ana odigina wa those days ya sika sani po
be wu ano no
inti o say
Man City for legend
me pa choda bi ni die mu a why obetwem o City onye legend na obaye no musukra ade wo confuse me masa fo asifo mi so say abi you careful. You're careful. Ade a legend. Master, you're careful. Balotelli say in Kaoko Basa na ni team na no owo no sika omo ball Basa na Basa focus omo ntimi entua. O se nka ni team na tiase a nka by this time nka obobo enso edma Barcelona. E no be say best attackers e wo football mu sisi a ye wan mu a. E no say na ni Lamine Yamal ho. E na ni Nico Williams. Na mom o ka mo no credit a kire top 3 ni Haaland, Dembele, Kylian Mbappe.
Okay.
Haaland, Dembele, Kylian Mbappe. Omuna say attackers omuni ball pa omo a. Obo Haaland di kra na maka. Haaland famiko sisi a. Say no way for mu excuse no. They say uja for golf course waja or chile kakra fine. I go in there. And who serious? Do rough sir.
Escafo grow road.
Charlie, golf ankasa no. Adene escafo na agi golf aboso sir.
Minim ma de kunti akwa sir. Na minim kwaku because it looks more or less like I say escafo.
Golf dey say agia to say escafo like.
Omo bia oni score golf one e bi omo na cheche ball.
Omo na cheche ball no and emum.
Omo bone there. So bia nsem
but you say senior man na and mitwam ewo mitwam golf course wo che ha mitwam am hwe car park wo am tin say hey
o se ho na ya yewura kobo golf
ai mi si minya dan bi nka ka mi say mi ko register wo ba mi suro kakra say bia registration kro metimi ebiem say bia registration you say anaso say ebia wankasa na wa share we na wo ho no a what I say because me nyanka me so mpese me kobo golf ni bi wo ho what I say
so ubi se mo ye inquiries kaka go say na o ma me ye ma hye mokra na modwane na yen
maybe say me kobo bi but say golf no the mouth ja to say sikafo and
yes
tennis so
aye
and so omo ya ka fu ne we say omo so say no so mind the same thing say bia no so
because they hardly say obo say sorry to this obo so obi akeke so okobo long tennis
with all due respect yes
there be heading yes so long tennis pa
yeah.
This be a table tennis
table there say
but long tennis heading so obo so
that's a games bi wo ho a omo aye for nkofo bi
me sure say you part of the world na akwa sir.
And then obi catch them say golf no mo ball mo che na wa oni ska no open them
ko bo hard
open them abeli golf no say almost start fee baby ba ko a unso omo ba no mo nante no mo ko no mo di nkomo no mo inti answer no meba no na ache e no mba so mba betena say di o what you say inti mo hwe ya you spend a lot of time there. Also, so no, oji dama to sre. Wa gura wudi nyina ye 30 minutes the way jai no akopɛ sika foforo baby aba. Nti ebia no so ka ho bi wana.
Se we obi adwuma. Omo mbogo ofu so omo ana yo. Omo na nkofo ye adwuma mo omo. The difference no.
Just some no no. Charlie Lewandowski. Ya be ka say. E possible so be fi Barca ne bigi. E say no correct do. Barcelona for no planning life after him. Sikano a oje no muntimi ntoa so on person ton ko Saudi a Lewandowski so nye na adwen so be ko Saudi nti de keka kono de you say for now ne de
it is Barcelona be prefer Saudi because Saudi Arabia is no betimi a huge amount of money for Robert Lewandowski at his age. They are going to pay for the name Robert Lewandowski, and we shouldn't forget the performance is so bad though when but he gives you good performances all the time. Nti basanya ya na nko okohomom no mo de agiska because clubs na Europe no omo betimi atua sika ne bi but sanya no mo betimi atua for Robert Lewandowski looking at the age. And Barcelona preparing for life after Lewandowski, I feel it is a step in the right direction. Barca has to get somebody because Barcelona and found Lewandowski what quality. Most of the time, omo decide they say omo be man at kaka because of the age. They want to manage him because of the age. Omo mpese game bia na Lewandowski be bo na ebia be do games important no na ebia wa bre ana se bia fatigue bi ana bibia bam na ontimi ma the best. So what Hansi Flicker enye game bia no ma Robert Lewandowski be bo. Nti Barcelona has to prepare for life after him definitely because you run next season more. Ntimi to also say ya say Barcelona number 9. How many done so no time be out the bench just because of the age and managing the player any at the end, they need somebody or you're young or you're vibrant. Nobody me about a lot of games in the Barcelona if only he's fit. No one and I going forward.
Yeah, privilege. Say Piniza Harvey Akasafa Lewandowski contract and some this year. Lewandowski's contract with FC Barcelona expires in summer 2026. And for now, there are no decisions on this matter. We have to wait and see what happens in the coming days. Agent Kasa. Except for now, there are no decisions on this matter. We have to wait and see what happens in the coming days. On this matter, I'm just assuming so stress on this matter. Just what can want some Bibi anyone
society. Yes, almost China, almost ready. Me sure, sir, especially getting to the latter part of the season. Everton Arsenal, almost trash out to be there.
Oh, no, beko free in and Kabasa percent ko Chanama. Constantly, ebia 1 year, no moon Chanama Saudi for no.
Kenya bad.
Bad.
So, but player and so no kwaku almost so bad on so bottom and any agency. That is where the problem is. I thought that players ninya ya nanka the team ne can omo be yo. But the agents some handle players no. Because on is a big money move in the bar.
Yeah.
When the player is free,
Yeah.
and non agents don't to be your cat cashier.
No crepa.
It's the agents most of the time they convince the players no. Semen extend it, men you say just because Okona we free means to make cat by the ebe dorso. Otu su sika beba wo botom ne be dorso because omo ntiatika bia and the tall. Nti basa I make sure say omo ni agents ne be kasa. He's the right man they have to talk to convince him say be ye mpo no a. Nya sa dia just omo go by the all kan kwaku.
Yeah, call na Caverd for a call. Behum World Cup.
Oh, nice. Many ajamo pa. Many ajamo pa. Na country ba kwa. One qualifier emeja, but emede e Niger. Yes.
Niger.
Yes, kwaku.
Are.
So Oshe Omu group na the coach has really worked. But I quite unfortunate. I had not success in the home komo. Until once you couldn't qualify, Nipan Kawasem. But honestly speaking, one of the coaches are why Jumapa.
Okay.
And so
Morocco group.
Morocco group only the second.
Morocco nya 21, Niger nya 15.
Yes.
About 8 games, you know, we win 5
Yeah.
and we lose miensa.
Yeah. And no, we question Zambia 1-0. And I think say you know. I am happy for them because when to me I'm qualified do but all her juma no mo ye na country bi as near me be say shot if free say.
Yeah.
In kakran mo build upon that. So be kaya Cape Verde mo sha say ba AFCON no. Na unhu so mo bobo.
Yeah.
But Ghana be no wa no. The last AFCON we met Cape Verde and kwanko yesa. There was massive improvement after years. Or back no film, no get better, no gain experience. And I know the man manager and the manager, they've done very well. And I'm hoping to maybe build upon this performance. Now, I'm media common in Kwaku.
La. Right. Yeba. Fufroba. Nyako Bye bye.